Right now, from our BioLife Plasma Services family interview area, once again, it's Joni Smith.
Thank you so much. A La Crescent family is with me, and we were just talking. La Crescent is near and dear to my heart, and I'll just put that out there right now. So maybe folks from La Crescent that are listening, maybe we would encourage them to give us a call to the Children's Miracle Network Radiothon. Maybe we'll play that. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. 781. So Kara's with me. Josh, Aspen, and Addison are all here. Hi, family.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, so in just a few minutes that we were talking, we have discovered that we have a split family. Half of the family loves to shop. The other half would rather people watch and not get involved at all. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay, all right. So the girls are sitting here, Addison and Aspen are sitting here with the most beautiful pink bows in their hair. Not only are they pink and you guys are just cute as can be, but Mom, there's something behind the bows.
Yep, the bows were given to them by another family who have a daughter close to Addison's age who also suffers from spinal muscular atrophy, which is the muscle disorder that Addison has. And so they gave them to us, and we usually bring them out when we're going to do fun events to talk about Addison's disorder and encourage people to jump on board and help support kids who are dealing with SMA and help donate to causes that are near and dear to us.
And was that your springboard to design your great t-shirts, your green t-shirts with the pink on the front?
Actually, Addison picked out the design for the front of the shirts, and she picked out the colors.
Team Addison is what it says in hot pink letters and a beautiful, I would call that a medium green. How's that? Is that good? A light lime?
Mint green.
Mint
green.
It's of course it is. I don't know why I didn't think of that right off the bat. Mint green. Nice job. Very nice. Take us back. Tell us how this journey started.
Well, our story is a little bit different than maybe some of the other families that people have heard from today. Addison actually was born a completely healthy baby. She was normal weight, normal length. She rolled over, she sat, she crawled, she walked, all around a normal time frame. About a year to 18 months, we kind of started to notice some things. The big thing that stuck out was Addison would be standing, and the next thing we knew, she would collapse to the ground. And it wasn't like she was tripping and falling or she was clumsy, she would just collapse. And we kind of mentioned it to a pediatrician who told us not to worry about it too much because she was young and still developing, and she was clumsy, klutzy, things like that. I just still felt in my mom gut like something wasn't right. And so I actually called the University of Iowa. We were living down in Iowa at the time. And they had us see an orthopedic doctor who gave us some different things to do. And when nothing changed, he had a children's neuro doctor take a look at her. And all she asked her to do was sit on the ground and then get up. And Addison did it in a very unique way. They call it a Gower maneuver, where she would spread her legs apart really far and use her hands to crawl up her own legs. She could not get up off the ground. And immediately they said, we're dealing with a muscle disorder. And we, of course, were devastated because we had no idea.
What was your first thought when you guys heard that news? Do you remember?
I think our first thought was shock, because you just don't think something like that's going to happen. And it was our first child. We were new parents. We didn't know what to expect. So they told us that they were going to run a bunch of different tests, and they'd have to eliminate and figure out what muscle disorder it was specifically. So we went through a couple months of different tests, and finally we got the news on January 5th of 2010 that Addison has spinal muscular atrophy. We call it SMA for short. And it is a neuromuscular disorder. It's progressive, it's genetic, which is very hard as a parent to know that you gave that to your child. And the best way to describe it to people is it's the child form, basically, of ALS. So for us, there is no cure, there's no treatment, there is no hope that it will get better, at this point in time, Addison's disease is progressively going to get worse.
I don't know how day in and day out you get up in the morning and put a smile on your face, and I know you do. You two have, as parents, the most amazing strength, and I can feel it and I can see it. What we're going to do right now, we're going to take just a little bit of a break, and we're going to invite people to pick up the phone. What you guys are hearing while you're talking, we have pledges coming in because you guys are sitting here telling your story. That's what's happening. We have 2 or 3 calls. We haven't even asked for a number of calls to come in yet. We haven't even gotten to that point. 781. You're a very special little girl. There's a lot of people that care about you. 1-800-853. You're listening to the Children's Miracle Network Radiothon, and I am just honored sitting here with the 4 of you. Tell me something. What happened when Children's Miracle Network got involved with your family? What happened there?
Well, we moved here in fall of 2013. I'm actually from La Crescent originally, but we moved back up here to be closer to family. My mother's actually a nurse here at Gundersen, and she helps us out a lot because we can't just leave Addison with just anybody. And it's hard. She's getting heavier, and she needs help doing certain daily tasks. And so we moved up here, and when we came to Gundersen, the Children's Miracle Network came in. She comes here on a regular basis about every 6 months. We definitely end up here more than that because of illness, but we come every 6 months, and they always come in and meet with us and see if there's anything they can do to help us. And when we moved, we wanted to get Addison involved in some different activities, and she decided that she wanted to do horse therapy at Horse Sense. And it is kind of costly, and we had just moved here, and we were
What
in the
does it
process.
cost?
Right.
You know.
Exactly.
It's a lot of money.
It is a lot of money, and we actually just got done building a handicap accessible home, and so for us, we had a lot of expenses going on, and Children's Miracle Network stepped in both last year and this year, and they have given us money to pay for part of her horse sense therapy, which she absolutely loves and has gained a love of horses because of this.
Addison, can I ask you a couple questions about the horses? Do you remember any of the names of the horses that you rode on this summer? Tess? And what color was Tess?
White.
A white one? Okay. And was there another one, or was that your favorite one this summer?
My favorite one.
Okay. So how did they get you up on the horse? Was there special equipment to help you? Do you remember?
Do you want me to tell them?
Okay.
So for Addison, what they do is they actually have a ramp, and they wheel her in her wheelchair up the ramp, and then they do like a bucket, almost a fireman's carry kind of, and they lift her up and then kind of slide her butt over and lift her leg over the horse because she's not able to lift her own leg. And so they kind of just scoot her right up there.
Okay, here's another horsey question for you. Did you get to ride them inside a building or outside?
Both.
In the building? Okay, did you go like around in a big circle? What did you guys do?
We play games.
You play games? How do you play a game with a horse? Kind of like an obstacle course kind of thing, was it? Wow. So could you just hardly wait the day that you knew that you were going to go ride the horse, Tess? Or did you rather stay home? Or did you rather go ride the horse?
I don't know.
Depending on your feelings that day. Wow, well that is just amazing. So do horses smell funny?
Yes.
Yes, see? I knew that we would find some common ground there. Absolutely. So let's do this. Let's have some pledges come in, which I'm hearing is coming in. I have no idea how many are coming in. We're keeping track, but I've lost track, which is a good thing. How about asking for some gifts to come in to help with horse therapy? How would that be?
I think that would be great, don't you,
Should we do
Addison?
that? Okay, let's do that. 781. And if people are saying, you know what, I've been listening all day, I haven't picked up the phone, what one thing do you think we could say, here's a good reason why, to pick up the phone and make a pledge? What would you say?
I think the best reason is that you never know when someone that you love may be affected by a tragedy and may need someone to help them out, whether it's an illness or a baby who was born too early or cancer or maybe a disease that somebody's going to have to live with their whole entire life. And it could be you. It could be your daughter. It could be your son. It could be your grandchild. We never thought that we would be dealing with the things we're dealing with, but the good thing is we have Children's Miracle Network and we have other organizations and we have family and friends that support us and help us out. It really does take a village.
That is the best reason I can think of. So Addison and Aspen, Josh, Kara, thank you. And we really mean it. Thanks for taking time and coming. We appreciate it so much. And together we're going to have a bang-up day today and tomorrow. We've got another big one coming up too. Will you guys listen?
We will listen.
Will you listen? Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. Will you?
Yeah.
Because we'll be talking to you. Okay? All right. Thank you so much for participating this afternoon.
Thank you, guys.
And you guys take care of yourselves. And you're listening to the Children's Miracle Network Radiothon, a service of the La Crosse Radio Group.
Thank you. Thank you.